Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name's Erica. I'm new to YouTube. This is my second video on my channel, and I wanted to make this video today to be about the classes that I had to take and the things that I had to do before submitting my application into the nursing application pool. There's quite a few classes that you have to take before submitting your application. There are some like general classes like English and math. But I want to go down the full list of classes. This isn't the order that I took them in. I'm just going down the list, and I'll let you know what my grade was for the classes that I took, and a little review about what I thought about the classes. So let's get into it. One of the first classes that you have to take, and it's one of the most general classes, is English 101 and 102. Obviously you have to take English 101 before taking 102, and both of them are just English classes where you're writing papers, you're doing research. They're pretty easy as long as you can dedicate some time to making sure your paper looks good. Both of these classes are used to calculate your GPA, and I got A's in both of these classes. I found them to be pretty easy. I did them both online. Next class that you can take is chemistry, and if you are submitting your application into a concurrent enrollment program, most of them I believe are not going to allow you to do high school chemistry. I can be wrong. This video is specifically the classes that are required for the MCC and the ASU concurrent enrollment program, the CEP program. So most of the classes are about the same, and some of them may vary, but so chemistry is one of them. It's a 4-credit class. I did it in person. So I got an A in that class, and it is another class your GPA is calculated off of. College math, it's math 142 in the Maricopa system. I got a B in this class. I did it online, and it was pretty easy. It wasn't super hard. It is a lot of time that you have to dedicate to watching the videos and the step-by-step instructions on how to figure out a problem. If you like doing in person, I would recommend doing that over online if you can, just because if you're the type of person that, if you can't figure out a problem and you want to go up to your instructor and ask them, it's way easier doing that in person as to sending an email and waiting 24 to 48 hours for them to get back to you. If I can change one thing, I'd probably take that class in person. The next class is Introduction to Psychology. It's called Psy 101, and this one was pretty easy too. I got a B in this class just because I didn't put as much effort into it as I could have, so I could have gotten an A because it's not hard. And then the next 2 classes, or 3 classes, are actually kind of more nursing related, and you use these a lot in nursing school, which are Anatomy 1, so Human Anatomy and Physiology 1, also known as Bio 201, and Human Anatomy and Physiology 2, which is Bio 202. And just like with English, you have to take 201 before 202. There's a lecture and a lab portion, just like with chemistry, and with Anatomy 1, I actually got a C in this class. I thought I wasn't going to be able to go through with nursing school. How can I be a nurse if I got a C in anatomy? I don't know, I doubted myself a lot after getting that grade, but I kept pushing. I took Anatomy 2 the next semester, and I got a B in it, and I really liked my instructor. She incorporated a lot of different learning styles, so I think that helped me out a lot. The next class is Microbiology, also known as Bio 205. It's a super interesting class, let me tell you. It should be a class that all of the public is required to take, and it should be like a free class. It should be a class in high school. It's changed the way I think. You learn a lot about diseases, bacteria, viruses, antibiotic resistancy, vaccinations. It just has a lot of really interesting stuff that you learn about and you use throughout nursing school. And the lab portion is really cool too, because you get to grow bacteria and stuff on slides, and then look at it the next day. You get to grow yeast and stuff. It's super cool. I don't want to say it almost changed my desire into going to nursing school, but I definitely would be interested maybe down the road after I develop my develop myself as a registered nurse, I would be interested in some type of infectious disease nursing position because I liked it that much. The last class, which is the only class that doesn't calculate your GPA, is a humanities elective. I took an arts and culture humanities class. It was really boring, even though I love culture. I don't know why, I just didn't like this particular class. I got a B in it. Probably could have gotten an A, but I just didn't really like the class that much, and I didn't find myself wanting to really learn it as much as I could have. So, but all you need is a C in the class really to submit your application, so that's fine, and it's not calculated with your GPA, like I said. Another thing that you have to do is your HESI A2 entrance exam. My school requires that you do English, grammar, and math. And for the English portion, you need at least an 80% or better, and the grammar and English are 1. And the math part, you need a 75% or better. I got really high scores on both subjects. I think I got over 94% for both of them. And I think my English one was even higher, but I was happy about that because it helped make my application more competitive. What I did to prepare for my HESI A2 entrance exam was a friend of mine in, I want to say, Bio 202, he had a HESI A2 entrance exam booklet, and he knew I was going to submit my application, and he was like, do you want to borrow it? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, are you sure? Aren't you going to submit your application? He's like, no, I have to take, X amount of classes still before I submit my application. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll borrow it. And I had class like 2 times a week or so I saw him every week. So I borrowed it for about a week, and then I gave it back to him, took my exam, got a super high score, and I was super thankful for him letting me borrow it. So if you're taking your HESI A2 entrance exam, I recommend getting some type of book. You can look them up on Amazon, Google, whatever, and just find a HESI A2 practice booklet, because the questions that I practiced in the book literally mirrored the questions that were on the exam when I took it. So I thought it was super helpful. And I think I already mentioned you need at least a 3.0 or higher when submitting your nursing application. I think I had a 3.25, and when I submitted my application, I was 3 or 4 months pregnant at that time. So I knew if I got accepted, I was going to start school with a really, really small baby, 5 or 6 weeks old. So I took the chance, and here I am now in block 3. So yeah, that's all I have to say about submitting your application. I recommend, if you're pre-nursing and you haven't taken these classes yet, that you do as best as you can, because if you are going to do the Concurrent Enrollment Program, which I recommend because the Institute of Medicine recommends that employers have registered nurses with their BSN by 2020. I think there's they want 80% of the workforce of nurses to have their BSN. So I recommend doing the Concurrent Enrollment Program. And if you're going to do the Concurrent Enrollment Program, you need to be competitive. So if I were you, do your best to make sure that you're getting A's and B's. And if you're able to do all A's, then even better, I only had 1 C on my application, which was Anatomy 1, like I said, and I wish I would have had all A's and B's. I'm here now, but still you want to be as competitive as possible, because there are people that are submitting applications with really high GPAs, and I think I've seen even a few people submit applications with a 4.0. So that's all A's, and they're definitely super competitive. So do your best, work hard, get your HESI A2 entrance exam booklet, use that, and kind of just look forward to the future. One thing that I always do, and even to this day, is that when I don't want to study, or I'm like, I don't understand this material, I try to do my best, because I'm like, all this information that I'm learning now is going to help me be a better nurse. So do your best, and let me know if you have any questions. If you want to follow my journey, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button if you like this video, and hopefully I'll have another video for you guys soon. Thanks.